Hello everybody, I'm Frida Stauffer. I'm about to have a bad boy for lunch. I had berries for breakfast and now I'm ravenous. So I'm gonna have lunch and dinner together. And I will let you see if you want. If you want to see, you can stick around. Hello again. I have green salsa verde to start with. And I have chips to dip. Just put them on the table.
Are you recording?
This is spicy.
Is it wasabi?
No, it's just green salsa.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Let me have a piece.
It's spicy. They said the red one was hotter. I said let's go with the green one, and it's spicy. Mm. Mm. I went to Elena's taco shop. It's a local business. Like, a person actually owns it. It's not a franchise.
You sure?
Mm-hmm. Yum. Oh. My son is sick. He's had fevers for 2 days, so he didn't go to school. I had to take him to the doctor. And I treated us to Elena's taco shop. This bad boy is what I was talking about. It's huge, but it's grilled shrimp. The menu says it has, you can choose between grilled and fried shrimp, and you can, this is also a burrito like I never saw before. I wonder if they're like handmade or a small company makes them. I got Coke from McDonald's because it's $1. This burrito was $12. So, bismillah. He is a bad boy. There's lettuce in there, like a salad, and there's pico de gallo, and there's grilled shrimp. Just set it on the table back there, sweetie.
Those burritos are huge.
Mm-hmm, and delicious.
That's like 3 times the size of a Taco Bell one.
Yes. Well, I had berries for breakfast. And maybe some water. That's it. So this is lunch and dinner. I might have some berries again later, but don't you wish you could taste it? Yum. Mmm. Mmm. It's so good. It has rice in it too. So it's a meal in a wrap. 2 meals in a wrap. Mmm. I put green salsa on it too. And the thing that makes me happy is there's no cheese. Like Taco Bell puts cheese in everything. And they do have some with cheese in it at Elena's taco shop, but I don't know if it's Elena or Elena, or I don't know how they pronounce it. But I know it's a very delicious place to get food. And it's only in Memphis. I don't think there's one in any other city. I think they might have 2 locations. I believe they do have 2 locations in Memphis. But oh my goodness, they're so good. So today's Tuesday, which is Taco Tuesday, and I don't like tacos. I like burritos. Or I like chips too, to dip in something. I'm gonna put 1 chip in there just for crunch.
Why would you get a windshield washer fluid from Dollar Tree?
If it's $1.
It's probably crap then.
So, yum. Ooh, spice. That'll open your sinuses if they're stuffy. Very good. I don't like, I like Taco Bell, but it's not the same thing at all. It's a horse of a different color. Completely. So, I was watching this show, and it was called Ugly Delicious, with that Korean guy from North Korea. He's a refugee or an immigrant from North Korea. Grew up partially in Canada, and then he also lived or has lived in Richmond, Virginia. So, and he became a famous foodie, chef, and when I watched Ugly Delicious, it hit me that all food is fusion food. This is the Mexican or Spanish version of Arabic shawarma wraps. They were influenced by Arabs. And, oh, excuse me. So I was thinking about what is the thing that makes a difference? Like, since all food is fusion food, then what is a cuisine from a culture? Most cultures that have a cuisine the cuisine is actually changes by region. Like in the United States, we have regions, and we have different foods from different regions, different dishes, different people who came from different other parts of the world and settled down in various states, and then they brought their culinary traditions with them and settled down, and people loved they sold food to make money, opened restaurants, and then the customers would taste it and love it, and they would learn and make friends also with their neighbors who came from other countries, and learn to cook like something like their neighbors did, and then all cultures learn from each other. Every culture you come in contact with, it influences you, and you influence them. So then what is, if we say a Chinese restaurant, well, the restaurants that we have in the United States are, for example, American Chinese. It's not something that you would actually find in China, unless somebody deliberately opened an American Chinese restaurant in China. This is so good. Food in China is very different and very varied and by region. So if we say something is Chinese food, well, it might be something they eat in a region of China, but it might not be popular in the whole of China. That's one example. And like, I know, for example, also in Iraq, that in the south of Iraq, they tend to make their soups with tomatoes base. And other parts of Iraq, they might use yogurt base more. So it just depends on the region. And when people were so poor that they just had to eat whatever they could find locally close to them, some people had animals that they could milk and they'd have a lot of yogurt. So that's what the base was for their food. And the other side, they were able to grow a lot of tomatoes and had plentiful tomatoes. So everything was cooked with tomatoes. And like the Italians had pasta in some areas, and they would cook it a certain way in certain areas, and then in another area it would be something completely different. And then comes pizza, which is just basically bread with sauce and cheese. And then it has variations by location based on local tastes and preferences. It's kind of a food, I don't want to say war, etymology. It's like a gradual change based on facts, like facts of life in wherever it is that people are living and surviving. They're eating to live. Most food was invented by people who needed to survive. And then we made changes according to taste. I hope that you enjoyed my rambling. I'm going to finish my monster, my bad boy, and hope that you all have a fun Taco Tuesday and a great week ahead. Bye-bye. So personally, eating something that somebody made in their business, in their own small business, is more delicious and more meaningful to me than eating from a franchise, even though the franchise has its place. It definitely has its place. I'm not trying to offend anyone who eats there or works there, because I eat there sometimes. But when the money, when you can eat from a person who, like it's the family business, then eat there if you can, because it is supporting a family, a hard-working, butt-kicking family. So that's just my opinion, and I hope nobody gets offended. Anyway, that's it. Bye-bye.